It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
This a 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as the tackle made up near the 35. From the gun, here's Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Throwing is Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Hey, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready at the 20. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He was brought down
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Robinson with another carry. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
All runners counting their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Ridder from the gun. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Ridder now. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Room here to run. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Okay, ready?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready.
Ridder from the gun on 3rd down. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, an 11-yard touchdown. Falcons are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Eagles nothing. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that one.
Swift is hit and he coughs it up.
Wow, that ball is not free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 22. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field.
Cordarrelle Patterson. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They run out of the gun with Swift. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Ready, set.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Set.
Ritter will set up to throw it. That's down the field and caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Here we go. Ready, ready.
Ritter. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down.
Here we go, set. Yellow, Lonnie. Strikers, 3-3. Hut, hut.
On the give, Algier headed left. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Ritter with it after the play fake. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Hurts. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, Hurts. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. But, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time.
And now the rookie's free. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Falcons continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Falcons 27, Eagles 3. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down, here's Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Eagles 3. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Hurts rolling to his left. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First down, Falcons.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of Brotherly.
Set, ready. Set.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Come on, set.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite seeded, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. On the 8, it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
So take a look.
Ready, ready. Set.
Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Koo for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 41, Eagles 3. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Go, take it to the house.
Bring it in. You know what it is. Take it to the house.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs. And
now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Gets around him and across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Just what you want on a first down run, calling 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Let's go.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Opposite. Green. Shot. 17. Ready? Go.
Back to throw. Ritter.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they know the situation. They stacked the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind it.
Could be a house call.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.